This video is for you if you are a coach, you're author, speaker, trainer, mentor, you work with people, you help people overcoming their challenges, you help them overcome their setbacks, their bottlenecks, whatever they got going, either in their life, in their career, in their relationships, in their finances. One of the biggest struggles, not only a newbie coach, but also for an experienced coach, is how can I deliver transformation? And it's not about hours, it's not about how much time you spend with them. It's about what can I do to deliver the change, the outcome that they are seeking. They reached out to you because they're suffering, they're going through something. What can you do to help them get whatever they're seeking? That's the biggest challenge. Sometimes, as a coach, you want to do it very quickly, and as a client, they don't know what to do from their side. So what I want to do on this video is I want to walk you through at least 2 or 3 different ideas. First of all, why this happens and what do coaches do. If you're a coach, you might have gone through this already. And if you're totally new to this, that means you will encounter a situation where you're working with someone and you're not able to deliver the outcomes and they are not doing what you're asking them to do. Why does this happen? And then what is that thing that they have to do in your absence? So while in your presence, they agree, they commit, they are totally cooperating with you, but then in your absence, they are completely on their own, and the whole different persona comes out and a whole different identity they carry. So how do you do that? And then I want to share with you a quick 4-step framework towards the end. Okay, so let's get into this. The first and the foremost, most coaches are stuck in delivering information. Nobody's buying information. Nobody cares about information. Thanks to ChatGPT these days, and thanks to everything else, nobody cares about information. It's everywhere. Then the issue becomes is, what can you do despite of having all this information? Why are these people reaching out to you? Well, the challenge is they can't internalize whatever they are seeing. So you can go back and forth with ChatGPT or any other LLM that you have, and can ask questions and get answers. You can use your whatever LLM as your companion, as your friend, as your coach. Then why do you need somebody who like a human to help you? Well, the answer is you cannot take that information and make it your own. So the reason why most people cannot internalize the information is because they are stuck. And people are stuck. And then what do coaches do? Coaches come in even more harder on them. They pile info more. Okay. The job is to release the block, identify the block, release the block. Instead of that, they keep on piling information. So if you completely somehow pour the information, if the client owns the information or the subject owns the information, now suddenly they're shifting their identity. Now they're a whole different individual altogether. And once an identity shifts, everything happens for them, or everything happens for you. Okay. Now, as a coach also, your identity is also tied to this, in the sense that if they're not getting the result, then you are struggling. You don't express it in front of them, but you're struggling. And you should be going through pain. No, why is this that I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing, but things are not happening? What can I do differently here? That's the pain you should be going also. So information, internalizing the information, and then building an identity. These 3 things are done perfectly, then you have an awesome coaching business. This is where the 7 figures, 8 figures coaching businesses happen. Okay. Let's talk about why people don't change. People don't change because of 3 reasons. First and the foremost is beliefs, old way of doing things, old programming always wins. And so do old habits. Old habits always win over new habits. A new habit is very hard, very difficult. It's hard. I know why, because I do these videos. And this habit is a new habit for me. It's only 3 months old, 3.5 months. I show up here every day. But doing this every day is hard. I have to move so many things to do this. And because I have committed that I'll be doing this regardless of how many views I get or how many subscribers I get, I it's for now I don't even think about those things. I just record and publish. I really don't just take my mind that, but if I do, that means the old programming is kicking in. Old programming is, hey, if you don't get views, you don't have subscribers, don't even do this. You're doing something wrong. You could be doing better. Somebody else started before you. They are ahead of you. All that thing comes in. Then I'm defeated. Okay. And the third reason why people don't want to change or don't want to take information in is because of fear of loss. What's the loss here? Comfort. So anytime you bring in something new, it threatens the comfort. So change threatens comfort. So they don't want to go there. So your job as a coach is to deliver transformation, and it doesn't happen unless you do something that shifts their identity. So numerous videos on this channel I talk about, there are 3 specific things you have to do for somebody's identity to shift. The first and the foremost is that you start putting them on a visualization exercise. You call it hypnosis, you call it guided meditation, whatever you want to call it. Just put them on. Listen, every day wake up in the morning and think about how beautiful the future is. Sit down for 5 or 10 minutes, think about how beautiful future is, and then go to get going with the motions of the day. And in the middle, if you are challenged, if you lose your track, then again revisualize this. So visualization has to happen before any action happens. And then usually action follows visualization. Then there is these small little wins along the way. We call them micro wins. So you make a micro commitment, you get a micro win. When you have a micro win, that means you're now shifting identity. Now you are moving. Now you have evidence. You're watching, you're seeing, okay, fine, I did this, I got this result. And then, of course, when you couple that with accountability, like you as a coach helping someone, or they themselves having somebody whom they're accountable to, now you have a perfect, well-oiled visualization, micro commitment, micro action, finding evidence, and then accountability. All these 3 things now perfectly working. So if I have to sum all this up, and I want to share with you, I said I'll share with you a framework, is the first and the foremost thing is that you got to spend enough amount of time making people aware of what they need to know. They need to be told, these are the beliefs that are not helping you. These are the habits you need to start putting in. And this is why despite of making commitments, you're not able to move forward, because you subconsciously are scared of losing the comfort. That's why you're not opening up to change. So you got to build that awareness. Okay. And then as a part of the second step to this framework is that you need to reframe from I can to I am. That's the identity shift. I can to I am. That's where this whole micro commitments and evidence collection, all that comes in. Okay. And again, the third step in the process is you anchor, we want to anchor all this, anchoring in the sense that we're collecting the evidence, and evidence is confidence. And evidence should create confidence, and then you anchor that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop a video here that specifically talk about how this anchoring process works. So go check that out. Maybe I'm going to drop the link towards the end also. How do you anchor, suggestions to yourself? I'm going to drop a video there towards the end also. Okay. And then finally, you got to keep on, reinforcing identity. Okay. That's the coaching. Build awareness, reframe their beliefs, anchor, and then keep on reinforcing their identity. 4 steps. Okay, I'm going to stop here. This video has gone beyond 10 minutes at this point. If you thought this was helpful, you can press that like button. I can reach some more people. If you leave a comment, then I can communicate with you. If you subscribe to the channel, then you and I, then I'm in front of you every day. At this point, till I cannot be in front of you every day. Okay. So that's all for now. Wherever you are, you be safe, and I'll talk to you as early as tomorrow. Check this video.